What's up, everybody? Here for another FilmPeaks update. I try to do this maybe once a month or so. Sometimes the app work takes a little longer than expected, but here we are. I got a couple cool things lined up for you, but let's take a second and reflect back on why we do this in the first place. You know, it's tough out there right now. If you're a software developer trying to find a job, you know, best of luck to you, because all I hear is that it is awful right now. You know, let's look at some of the major tech corporations right now. Let's see. Oracle laid off 21,000 people. Microsoft is laying off like 5,000 last week. I think that's more along the Xbox lines, though, but I think more are here to come. Meta cut like 8,000 people. I just saw some report today that, you know, computer engineering and computer science is among like 7 or 8 unemployment rate from college grads. So it is tough out there, but you know, I think you just got to keep going, and you kind of have to be better than average at this point. The layoffs are everywhere. AI has taken over, and I don't think it's going to slow down anytime soon. However, we did see, I think it was Ford rehired however many hundred engineers after they did not get the returns that they expected after replacing them for the purposes of AI. So, you know, there might be some light on the horizon there, but for right now, it is tough. So, you know, this is me, a non-10x engineer, just trying to stay current, trying to learn new stuff, trying to have some fun while doing it. And now let's get into the actual changes for the FilmPeaks app. All right, so let's just jump into the changes for the app itself. So again, I'm using a simulator here. It's not an actual phone, but it's just easier to show it this way. This is what you see when the app loads, as usual, except there have been some improvements. First off, I think I mentioned in some of the previous ones, the dev blogs, that I upgrade the SDK every so often. I think the last one I might have been on 54, and now I have upgraded to 55 and then to 56. They have started to roll out major SDK updates for Expo, that is. It's basically React Native under the hood for this project, but I do use Expo. So they release updates more often now. They're actually up to 57, but I do like to stay behind a version for a little bit until all the bugs and stuff get worked out, and then I'll upgrade. So I'll get to that. But aside from that, the discover screen here, this is what you see when the app loads. You'll notice that there's a liquid glass effect going on for the nav bar now, just to make it look a little better, operate a little more smooth. Sorry, I was actually on the reviews tab there. This is what you see when the app loads. But you'll see that the liquid glass is going on here, and you'll see a kind of shifting effect going to whichever tab that you select. And with this discover screen here, you'll notice that it actually takes up the whole height of the screen now. Before, there was a little bit of a sliver on the bottom. It was just something stupid I had done like a long time ago and probably should have figured out. But it was just one of those things where trying to get everything to fit correctly was hard for me at first, and then I'm just now going back to it. So that's there now. And with the discover screen, now it is lazy loading all of the categories. So you don't just load the app and get hit with a big load time to get all of these categories, because I added more. So you'll see like popular movies on Hulu, shows on Hulu. If we go to your settings, you can actually update what providers you would like to see or not see. And we can see that I have Netflix turned off. That's why we didn't see that there on that first page. I can turn that on, and then I can save it, and then I can go back to this screen, and lo and behold, now we see popular movies on Netflix, popular shows on Netflix. I think we have like 15 providers right now. If you can think of more that aren't on there that you'd like to see, let me know, and I can think about adding those. But those are just the major ones. So aside from that, same kind of thing on the reviews screen as well. It takes up the whole height of the page. Same issue there. But yeah, that's kind of it for the major updates here. I like to do this like once a month or so. Sometimes things take longer. Whenever I'm updating the app, sometimes I can run into some snags like dependency issues and whatnot. But the latest versions of the Expo SDK have been a lot easier to upgrade to. And supposedly 57 is easier to upgrade to as well, but I just like to make sure everything is smoothed out first before doing that. So I'll get to that there soon. But yeah, I think that's kind of it for the major things here. If you would like any other suggestions going on this app, let me know and we can try to work them in. I'm kind of building this for us. Aside from working on the app, I do have the YouTube reviews going on. We can kind of see some here. Most of the reviews that you see here from me, FilmPeak reviews, I will have a YouTube review for. I just did Evil Dead Burn like yesterday. So we always have that link to go watch it on YouTube. If you make YouTube reviews as well, you can add them on here and link to that on YouTube as well. But I'm kind of making this for us. And so if there's more stuff that you would like to see together and build this together, let me know and we can do that. If you're still here, thank you for watching and I'll see you at the top.